Hello friends, in this video we are going to see the 1000 Kenyan Shilling standard circulation banknote, which was launched in the years from 2003 to 2010 by the government of the Republic of Kenya. These banknotes were printed by the Central Bank of Kenya and were printed at De La Rue, which is also known as Thomas De La Rue or Thomas De La Rue and Company, TDLR, London, United Kingdom. Now let us see the physical structure of the banknote. It is a rectangular-shaped banknote made from paper material. It is printed using the intaglio technique, that is, raised printing technique, which can be felt by soft touch on the note surface. The predominant colors of the banknote are brown, green and lilac colors. The size of the banknote is 150 mm by 80 mm. The banknotes printed in the years from 2003 to 2004 were printed without cornerstone watermark, and the banknotes printed from the year 2005 were printed with cornerstone watermark. Now let us discuss the obverse side of the banknote. When the note is observed from the left to right side, we can see that it has a denominational numeral 1000 in English on all the four corners of the note. Next, it has the date of printing of the note. Next, it has a watermark, which consists of the image of an African lion head, and the value of the note 1000 in electrotype. Next, it has an image of an African lion head. Next, it has an elephant as a see-through registration, which can be seen on both sides of the note. Next, at the center, it has an intaglio portrait of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, the first president of the Republic of Kenya, who is lauded as the father of the nation. Next, it has an image of Mount Kenya as background image. It is the highest mountain in Kenya, and the second highest, after Mount Kilimanjaro in neighboring Tanzania, in Africa. Next, it has the text Benki Kuu ya Kenya in Swahili language. Next, below the text, it has the text Central Bank of Kenya in English language. Next, it shows the emblem, coat of arms, of Republic of Kenya, which features two lions, which is a symbol of protection, holding spears, and a traditional East African Maasai shield. The shield and spears symbolize unity and defense of freedom. The shield contains the national colors, representing black for the people of Kenya, red for the bloodshed during the struggle for freedom, green for the agriculture and natural resources, white for unity and peace. On the shield is a rooster holding an axe while moving forward, portraying authority, the will to work, success, and the break of a new dawn. The shield and lion stand on a silhouette of Mount Kenya containing in the foreground examples of Kenya agricultural produce, that are coffee, pyrethrum, sisal, tea, maize and pineapples. The coat of arms is supported by a scroll upon which is written the word Harambee. In Swahili, Harambee means all pulled together or all for one. Next, below the emblem, coat of arms, of Republic of Kenya, it has the lettering legal tender for 1000 shillings in English. Next, below the lettering, it has the denominational value shilingi elfu moja in Swahili. Next, below the denominational value, it has the lettering the first president of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta in English. Next, it has the lettering for the board of directors in English, and it also has the signatures of the governor of the Central Bank of Kenya and the board member. Next, it has a windowed security thread, which is an embedded metallic thread running vertically. The thread is imprinted with the demetallized letters CBK and the numeral 1000 in an alternating pattern, and when the note is seen in light, the thread is visible from both sides of the note, with a multicolored tone. The colors of the security thread switch between copper brown, gold, and lime green when the note is tilted. Next, it has a latent image patch, which shows the denominational numeral of the note 1000 in English. The latent image patch also glows brightly under ultraviolet light. Next, it has asymmetrical serial numbers in English, in which the asymmetrical serial numbering style has progressively larger digits in adjacent positions. The serial numbers are printed vertically in red fluorescent ink on the top left side, and printed horizontally in black magnetic ink on the bottom right side of the note. And next, it has microtext in lettering BKYK in Swahili language, in lettering Central Bank of Kenya in English language, and in lettering Peace, Love, Unity in English language. Now let us discuss the reverse side of the banknote. When the note is observed from the left to right side, we can see that it has a denominational numeral 1000 in English on all the four corners of the note. And next, at the center, it features the central picture, which consists the images of a herd of elephants crossing the savannah, with an egret bird in front and two Cape buffaloes in the background. Elephants are crucial to Kenya due to their ecological, economic, and cultural significance. Acting as keystone species, they maintain biodiversity by shaping landscapes, dispersing seeds, and creating water sources for other wildlife. Economically, they are a cornerstone of Kenya's ecotourism, attracting visitors and generating significant revenue that far exceeds the value of ivory on the black market, which underscores the importance of conservation. Culturally, elephants represent strength and wisdom, deeply embedded in the traditions of communities like the Maasai, thus promoting a respectful coexistence and protection of these magnificent animals. Egrets, especially the cattle egret, play a crucial role in Kenya's agricultural ecosystem by acting as natural pest controllers and indicators of environmental health. Their relationship with livestock and large wild herbivores allows them to feed on insects and parasites that affect these animals, ultimately benefiting farmers and promoting sustainable agriculture. Additionally, the presence of egret serves as a cultural indicator for indigenous communities like the Maasai, signaling environmental conditions such as drought. As bioindicators in their habitats, egrets reflect the biodiversity and water quality of wetlands and farmlands, highlighting their importance in conservation efforts and as subjects for ecotourism and scientific research. The Cape buffalo plays a crucial role in Kenya's ecology and economy. As a keystone species and ecosystem engineer, it helps maintain biodiversity by grazing on coarse grasses, which promotes diverse habitats for other wildlife. Economically, the buffalo is integral to Kenya's ecotourism, attracting safari tourists and generating revenue to support national parks and conservation efforts. Additionally, it holds cultural significance in many African societies, symbolizing strength and resilience in traditional narratives and art. Here, we reach the end of this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you soon. Goodbye.